Hi, my name is Rocio Espinosa. Have you ever seen a sugar skull? The chances are you have, as they are very popular, especially around this time of year, October. But do you know about the traditional Mexican holiday they are largely associated with, Dia de los Muertos, also known as Day of the Dead? Many people don't know about these holidays, so I would like to spend some time with you today and talk about the history of this holiday and why and how we celebrate it. My parents were both born and raised in Mexico, so we've celebrated this holiday many times and they've passed down a lot of information to me. First of all, I think it's important to talk about the history of Dia de los Muertos. It can be traced back to the Aztecs thousands of years ago, where the Aztecs used to honor the dead by placing their skulls around sacred temples. This was used as a form to honor them and remember them. After the Spanish conquered the Aztecs, it was more associated with Catholic practices, but over time, the holiday has evolved. It was known for a short period of time as All Saints' Day or All Souls' Day, and has since then been named Dia de los Muertos and is celebrated on November 1st and 2nd. So a lot has changed, a lot has evolved over time, specifically the celebrations. But before we get into the celebrations, I think it's important to talk about why we celebrate this holiday. The reasons are different for many different people, but mainly it is a time to remember the loved ones that have passed on. It is said that those who have passed would rather be celebrated and remembered than mourned. It's a time for those that are living to take some time to think about their loved ones, and it's said that remembering them is a way to keep them alive. And according to Mexican folklore, this holiday is also a time when spirits are encouraged to come back and visit their loved ones who are still here. So now let's get into how to celebrate. Many people celebrate in different ways. A very popular way to celebrate is by building an ofrenda, which is also known as an altar. This altar is used to set up kind of a remembrance or honor the person who has passed. And with ofrendas, there's a lot of different items that are placed there. For example, a sugar skull is often used again as an ofrenda. These are used for decorations there. Another item that is found there can be candles. You could use a religious candle or small tea candles. Those are also very popular. We can use flowers. Orange or yellow are very popular. Something that is meant to be kept in mind when building an ofrenda is using items that will attract the spirit to come back and visit. So anything that has a strong scent or color or a favorite item of the person that has passed will go on an ofrenda. Speaking of scents, fruits are also very common on an ofrenda, something that has a strong scent like oranges or other citrusy fruit, anything that has a strong scent. And to favorites, some favorites that are often put on an ofrenda can be favorite drinks. Something that's commonly used in an ofrenda is abuelitas, this is the hot chocolate, or a jarrito. These are very popular Mexican drinks. I also have a concha, also known as a sweetbread, pan dulce, anything that's a favorite of the person that has passed. We also have sage. This is meant to pull out smoke and fragrance, again, something to attract the spirit to come visit. And so I have here a photo of what an ofrenda might look like with the items that I've built. This is kind of just a basic standard start to an ofrenda. You would also have pictures of the person that's passed, any other favorite item of theirs, anything that really reflects their interest and personality. And then I also have a photo of a more elaborate and detailed ofrenda. This would be something that it might look like all put together. It's also celebrated by going to visit the gravesite of the person you are remembering and cleaning it, again, leaving some offerings. The offerings are very similar to what would be used on an ofrenda. Again, the community gathers here at the cemetery to remember their loved ones, and it's really a time of community gathering and celebration of life. And so with that, I hope you have learned more about Dia de los Muertos. It is a holiday that is really just meant for remembering those that have passed. And I hope the next time you see a sugar skull, you remember the history of Dia de los Muertos and why and how we celebrate. Mary J. Hernandez is an author. She has wrote 18 books about Dia de los Muertos, and she says People are really dead when you forget about them, and if you think about them, they are alive in your mind and they are alive in your heart. Thank you.